Hello, hello. Welcome to Minute Movies.
Good evening.
We've got a short and sweet screening for you all today.
Very short.
If you're just tuning in for the first time, this is Minute Movies, and every month we have movies based on a theme that filmmakers make. And this month the theme is contrast. So we'll see a couple films this evening inspired by the word contrast. And if any of you are inspired to make a minute movie of your own, it's open to anyone and everyone. So please feel free to check us out, minutemovies.com. All the submission directions are on there. Basically, you just have a month. We'll announce the theme for next month at the end of the screening today, and then you can check it out and see what inspires you, and then submit for the third Sunday in January, which is, what's that date? The 21st.
21st. I think I'm going to be in Chicago.
Fun.
On the 21st. Maybe I can meet up with Warner and we can.
That'd be fun.
Yeah.
All right. Well, we only have a couple films tonight, so it'll be
as in two.
As in two, a couple. So it'll be.
It's gonna be 2-minute screening. That's it. Don't blink.
Don't blink, you'll miss it. Well, and also, if anyone wants to take the holidays as an opportunity to make a film with their family, it'll be a fun time to make some movie magic with your family.
And I suppose if people are still chiming to make a contrast film, then we might screen that in January also. But we'll find out what the theme is for January at the end of our screening tonight. Stay tuned.
Stay tuned.
Stay tuned.
All right. First up, of the two, we have Peter.
Peter.
Who is backstage. I'm going to bring you on. Hello.
Peter.
I decided to get dressed up.
Yeah. Neat.
Looking very festive this evening.
I should get dressed up too.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe I'll run and get dressed up during the intermission. So yeah.
Well, I got inspired last night because we watched Trading Places, and Dan Aykroyd was running around in his Santa costume, stuffing large chunks of tuna down his shirt. So, which I didn't do. But anyway.
Well, do you have anything you want to say about your film this month?
It was kind of it was all gleaned from stuff that I shot a couple of years ago. I think all of it.
Okay.
Well, all the video was. I did. I'm working on a long-term project, and I drove across country and filmed stuff, and it gets complicated. But I don't know if anybody knows who Horace Greeley was. I think we've talked about this before, maybe.
Yeah.
But anyway, he was a notable person in the town that I grew up in New York. He founded the New York Tribune in the 1840s, and if anybody knows him, it's because of his trumpeting the "Go West, Young Man" sort of manifest destiny back in the 40s, 50s, and 60s.
Hmm.
And there's a lot of other stuff. There's a Horace Greeley High School in the town I grew up in, and one of his 2 houses is still there. And I pretty much knew, and there's a statue of him. And I knew he was a newspaper guy. I knew he was the Go West young man guy. But in 1996, I found this compilation of dispatches that he sent back to the Tribune when he did a trip from New York to San Francisco in 1859. And it was made into a book, and I got there was a historical book printing service that Elliott Bay Books used to be connected with, and I got them to print a copy of An Overland Journey, New York to San Francisco in 1859. And I had originally thought that I was going to do kind of a then and now thing and go across country and find old photos of spots along the route and then take pictures and sort of do a combo thing. And then I started doing film, and I thought of doing this documentary. And then I actually drove to San Francisco in 2018 and drove the bulk of the route backwards to the East Coast and filmed stuff and photographed, and I learned a ton and decided that I had to do a lot more research, and that's what I'm still working on. But that most of the video footage that's in this one comes from that 2018 trip, shot out in the Nevada and Utah deserts. So you can, blah, blah, blah. Anyway, we could run it and we could talk about the rest of it later.
Okay.
Cool.
Should we watch it then?
Let's check
Sure.
it out.
I don't know. Take something like the Pony Express. Given all the time and hype it got in old westerns, you would have thought that it had been around forever. In fact, it started in April 1860 and was done and bankrupt by October 1861, mostly because of the telegraph. If you travel the old Pony Express routes today, you can find station ruins in various states of deconstruction. From one perspective, it's a faded bit of history. From another, it's a stark relic from places unknown. But now, if you go out to Sand Springs, Nevada, one is more likely to bring along vehicles that spin sand and burn fuel, all because you can, while ignoring the fact that just a mile away, men on horses used to pass through carrying messages and dreams from one side of the country to another. It's quite the contrast. Ebenezer Scrooge.
A little sprig of holly in it.
Really?
Yeah, I know. I need holly. Yeah. Should get a sprig of holly.
Warner says, "Cool clips, Santa."
Yeah, it was a good. I like that, the scene of the desert, in the middle of winter.
It was like in the high 90s, low hundreds when I was there. And it was amazing. I mean, I always used to hate history because it just was kind of irrelevant. It was dates and names and places and didn't really mean anything.
Yeah.
And to get actually out in it, I mean, there's actually a whole section of dirt and gravel road in Utah, southwest of Salt Lake City, that it's pretty much what the old Pony Express and the Emigrant Trails. It's pretty much that route. It's still there.
Mm.
And I drove out into it. I mean, it's pretty well maintained. There are parts of it that are still kind of, I mean, the wagon train ruts are still there, and you kind of have to use high clearance, 4-wheel drive vehicles and stuff. But this part is actually groomed. I mean, it's dirt and gravel, but it's kept pretty smooth, and it goes by a bunch of those old Pony Express stations. And
So that only ran for like a year?
Yeah, 18 months.
Okay.
Which kind of blew me away because, I mean, you watch all those old cowboy and Indian westerns and everything, and it gives you the impression that the Pony Express was like forever.
Right.
But yeah, it started in 1860 in April, and by 1861 they had just finished all the connections with the telegraph. And
So do you think some of those Pony Express guys signed on to do the telegraph work or no?
I have no idea.
Yeah.
I mean, the other thing that I found out was that stagecoach drivers were sort of local heroes. There's a major one day in the travels of Horace Greeley with this stagecoach guy named Hank Monk, who was like Carson City, Reno, and just sort of the Nevada area there. And it was actually written about. Mark Twain wrote about it in his book Roughing It. And this other comic writer, Artemus Ward, wrote about it. And it was basically Greeley was going across and doing part of his thing was just doing speeches along the way. And he was going from Genoa, Nevada to Placerville, California. And he was kind of running late, and he was worried he wasn't going to make it there in time. And he kept bugging Monk to go faster. And Monk got kind of pissed off about it. And he was kind of he was probably at the top of the list of hero stagecoach drivers, but he was also like a chronic alcoholic. And there were stories of him being so drunk he couldn't walk out of the bar, so people would like carry him to the stagecoach, and then he'd drive people places on his route. But he was also a storyteller, and he wound up sort of doing this reverse sort of dissing of or just the story that he came up with about Greeley was I guess Greeley pissed him off enough that he said that he drove faster and faster and was bumping along, and he kept looking back into the cabin, and Greeley was like flying all over the place inside the cabin, and supposedly eventually his head went through the roof and all this stuff, and Mark Twain wound up writing about that, and it sort of it made a mockery of Twain. I mean of Greeley, and Greeley actually ran for president in 1872, and the book had come out in like 70, and there was speculation that the damage that book did to his reputation was one of the things that led to his defeat at the polls. So, but yeah, I don't know. I'm sure there were some hero Pony Express riders. I mean, that was the West impression, the cowboy Western movie impression was that they were amazing. But I think there was one guy that actually rode. I briefly read something about it, but he rode like almost 300 miles without sleep.
Wow.
And when he came into the last station, he was like asleep on his horse, and they had to sort of pull him off. But yeah, there's a lot of mythology and history about the roots out there, and it was just amazing to be out in the middle of it.
Wow, that's awesome.
So was that one horse that he rode for 300 miles?
Well, the stations were, I think, like 10 to 12 miles apart.
Okay.
And they would switch them off. I mean, but
so one guy would.
Yeah. Yeah, they
get on a new horse and keep riding.
And theoretically, I think they would only ride that one leg or maybe a couple legs. But, so yeah, kind of amazing. Yeah. Then there's the whole side of being out there in Indian territory that was supposedly unoccupied and there's nobody there and we're just going to go take it. That's
right.
It's the bitter truth in all of it.
Yeah.
So anyway, that's my story and I'm sticking to it.
Good stories, man.
Good stories.
Good stories. Good stories.
You want another story? A short one?
Of course.
These things that are spinning around back here are actually Santa Clauses with like these acid heads on them.
Wow.
And last year at the Ace Hardware store, they had them on sale for like $3 a piece. And so I think there were 3 left and we got them, and none of them worked.
Oh.
And so it's got a screw-on battery cap on the back. So he took the cap off and the batteries were like all melted. They were just,
my gosh.
It leaked all over the contacts. So I went online and found some replacement contacts and rebuilt all of them. And now they work.
Now they work. They're awesome. They're psychedelic Santas. Sweet.
Great.
So anyway, I could go on, but you should just go on to somebody else.
Well, it's good to see you again.
Yeah. Happy holidays.
Yep.
Happy holidays. See you next time.
Thank you so much, Peter.
And everybody.
Well, well, well.
Well, well, well.
So I see in the comments that there's
Yeah, we have another film, and it didn't come through the Dropbox folder, which is why we missed it. So if
Yeah.
you are able to upload that through the Dropbox folder, then if you do it quickly, we might be able to download it and get you in here before the end. Otherwise, we can also play it next month if it doesn't work out to get you in this screening.
yeah, we'd love to see what you got. Yeah.
Yeah. I don't think we've ever not played a film. Except for ones that were submitted that were way too long.
Yeah.
I've gotten like half an hour long films submitted before, and those
yeah.
ones were rejected. But other than that, we are very open to playing films. So if you can get your film in the Dropbox, then we'll be able to play it here this evening. Otherwise, we can save it for next month and play it then. All right, Warner, are you ready to hop on in? Here we go.
All right. Hey,
Hello.
everybody. Can you hear me okay?
Yeah.
All right. Well, that was quite a presentation there on the Pony Express. I think we've got something in this month's Jimmy investigation series, which is a full contrast from Pony Express. So.
But Jimmy's back on the scene, huh?
So Jimmy's back on the scene. I'm kind of feeling like he's going to be coming back a little bit in 24. And
Okay.
in this installment, candidly, it kind of fell into my lap because a buddy of mine in Arizona was documenting some of these driverless taxis, which are indeed on the road. And so I thought, I'm like, okay, this guy, I'm going to dress him up, tune him up, edit him up, and he's going to somehow get crafted into. And fortunately, my friend was very much a trooper, and he kept sending me takes, and we worked on it. What a shocker, remotely.
Cool.
But again, a nice contrast from Pete's production, and pretty telling of what's to come, I think, in some metropolitan areas. Because again, it's not yet being widely rolled out for a lot of regulations with the city and grids, but it's very it's telling, I think. So it kind of became a nice way for us to return to the Jimmy series. So
yeah, it's interesting. Especially, I was just talking with someone today about the Tesla recall.
I read about that too. Hundreds, yeah.
Yeah, with the self-driving feature of Tesla.
Yeah,
So
and General
that's
Motors
interesting
also
that there's
was run into some challenges there with one of their rollouts. Yeah.
Interesting that there's self or driverless taxis out there.
Apparently, yeah. Apparently, in some Northern California and then in some Southwest regions, it's been somehow rolled out, at least on certain specs, areas.
Wow.
Certain areas, yeah. Interesting.
So,
well, let's see what Jimmy has to say about it.
Let's see if it makes the cut. Yeah.
All right.
Thanks for joining us this morning. I'm Jimmy Buktonsky. On today's Tech Beat, sponsored by Contrast Retirement Fund, buckle up for a ride with a driverless taxi. We'll take you there. Over to you, Rohit.
Thank you, Jimmy. Here in Metro Phoenix, we're going to catch a ride with Waymo's Robotaxi. As you can see, there's no driver.
Proceeding on North Scottsdale Road.
And destination is Trader Joe's. So now the car is pulling away. I felt comfortable and safe. Waymo is operating in parts of Arizona and California. Back to you, Jimmy.
You bet, Rohit. That's exciting. At least you won't be tipping as much. Tomorrow on News 9, influenza rising. Will masking alone in your car still be necessary? The latest from unelected health officials. That's them.
Wow,
Yes, sir.
Nice.
Yeah, so
that's pretty crazy.
it
Yeah.
quite is. Yeah, my friend, he took it. He said there was no delays. It was relatively smooth sailing. Stayed right on the speed limit. He could play music accordingly, and he just went on kind of a local errand. So I would think that it probably has certain geo limits, but
Yeah.
the lighting was great, and I just with a little bit of cropping and some tweaks, we were able to put it together. So kind of worked out.
Where was it? I was seeing in is it Vegas where there's a tunnel, and it's a driverless Tesla's. It's basically a Tesla tunnel. With you're muted. Okay.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I haven't heard of that one, but I've definitely
Yeah,
heard about a lot of recalls happening.
No, I was hearing like I'm trying to think with I saw a clip or something, and I'm trying to remember where I saw it, but somebody was taking the no, it wasn't a driverless, it was driver. Yeah, there was a they took a taxi, Uber, I believe, and the guy it was all Teslas, and it was a tunnel that went underneath the city of Vegas out to the airport, and I guess it's in anticipation of driverless, kind of like a subway of sorts, except using cars.
Wow, I mean, yeah, we're already seeing it with a lot of the airport systems and the train systems being automated completely. So it's probably going to be not too far on the roadways for cars.
It's kind of
So Peter says no local heroes in driverless taxis. No, just the billionaire heroes. That's all.
yeah, it's kind of crazy that there'll be cars out there without drivers in them, driving around, moving around.
I saw this crazy clip. You're muted.
Oh, thanks, guys. Yeah, I've just got a little bit of background noise with some of our furry companions, so
Yeah,
that's
okay.
why I was muted for a minute. But go on.
Don't worry about it. So another clip, the other like a month or 6 weeks ago, and it was on social media, and somebody was just witnessing a bunch of driverless cars that were all in a traffic jam. They were like they were kind of out of whack, and they weren't, they were just all jammed up, and they were like not going where they were supposed to go. It was bizarre.
Yeah, I think there's still yet to be cleared some of the regulatory hurdles and variables that are going to come to play, whether it's weather or various power dynamics, power grid issues, and various street issues, and how it's mapped to Apple or iOS or various operating systems like Android. So I think that there's just still some kinks there. And but in this instance, Mesh, my friend said that it was very straightforward, and for just a local errand, it was pretty straightforward. So in that sense,
Yeah, it looked pretty. It looked pretty cool. So yeah, the influenza. I like that last little quip at the end. With the.
Yeah, I had to bring in
Is
a
it
teaser.
still
or some
necessary
reference.
to mask when you're alone in the car?
I had to bring in something a little bit. I can't help it. mentioning the unelected health officials and
Unelected
Yeah.
officials.
he also
Yeah.
makes kind of an unnecessary comment like, "Oh, I guess I'm not going to tip anymore." But as I was telling my partner here, and she likes to look over my content sometimes, and we discuss it. But I did that on purpose because I still want to bring out that sort of late '90s, talking
Sure.
head anchor personality where they make comments off the script, and so that was actually by design. Jimmy's got to have a little bit of that cheesiness factor going. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Who are you going to tip? I guess you don't. Yeah. No need.
No need.
no need to tip as much, I suppose. But yeah, it was fun bringing him back, and like I said, we'll see if I can put something else together on the news front.
Oh, yeah.
So
So that I saw that too. In Netflix, the latest film, Leave the World Behind, had a scene where driverless Teslas came from nowhere and jammed the highway, crashing into each other. The premise was cyber.
yeah, Peter, that's a great point. Actually, that's based on a book. I forgot the author, but I think he was with I want to say maybe the New Yorker or something. He wrote this book a couple years ago about a power grid and a couple that ends up out in the Hamptons. And I just started watching. I've only seen about a third of it, but to Peter's comment, it's a little creepy. There's a power outage, and then there's a number of pile up basically. It's a decent movie.
Yeah, Teslas that I guess they had it all. The terrorists or whoever it was that was attacking had it all figured out to drive the cars and clog up all the highways by taking control.
Huh?
It doesn't surprise me because the other thing about Tesla is that it's very much an IoT component. Like, when you get it charged and then it's mapped up to all of your other, your mainframe, and then, it's connected to your apps and your devices, and it's very much an IoT experience. Some people might, enjoy, but it's a little bit overkill in that sense. So they probably touched on that in this film. They're definitely hitting that chord, of programming the car.
There was a show that I saw a while back, and as part of the intro, this guy gets in his self-driving car and tells it where to go, and then just sits back, and someone had hacked into his car and changed the settings so that it didn't preserve the life of the driver anymore, and then it gets into an accident and he dies. And so you find out later that it was, a murder instead of an accident, because someone had hacked into his self-driving car.
Mm. Then of course there's the Minority Report where they the classic take control of the car to apprehend somebody.
Yeah. Well,
It's definitely getting out of hand to some level. So.
Yeah.
So on another note of hacking or of controlling and chips and whatnot, I saw a TEDx clip where scientists put chips in the brain of a rat, and then they trained it to go through a maze. It was a very complicated kind of maze thing. It took weeks for the rat to learn all of the system. And then they put a chip in another rat in another city, and they connected them via the internet to each other, brain to brain, chip to chip. And the new rat learned how to do the maze immediately. Could just download the information from the brain of the first rat into the second. Anyway, yeah, it's pretty wild. It reminds me of that clip where Trinity gets the download about how to fly a helicopter, from the Matrix.
Yeah, just downloading information. That's wild.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a lot to be said for that on a grand scale too, with digital ID and tracking and surveillance, and it's once you go down that rabbit's hole, it's quite an apparatus. So
Yeah.
as well. Yeah. So well, thanks.
Hey, well, thank you.
Thank
That
you.
was
Yeah.
fun. I always love your yeah.
All right. See you next
All
time.
right.
Happy
Bounce.
New Year.
Good
Yeah,
to-
we'll
good
see
to
you then.
speak to you again.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Happy
good to bring it
holidays.
back. You too, guys. And let us know about Chicago too, Mr. Stewart.
Oh yeah,
If
yeah.
we're around, yeah.
Oh, I wanted to. Yeah. Let's see. How do I get in touch with you?
I have his email.
Yeah.
Okay. I'll email you. Yeah.
Okay.
I'm.
I'll try to get a coffee or
second
something.
Oh yeah. By the way, I was saying, telling Peter. I don't know if you heard that. I'm going to be in Chicago on the 21st when Minute Movies in a month for next screening. So
I think I'll be in town, so yeah, we could definitely do something.
Cool.
That'd be great.
cool beans.
All right. See ya.
See ya.
So we're looking for.
All right. So 2 people are trying to upload films, and I don't see anything in the Dropbox folder.
I don't either. I keep reloading that
I've
one.
seen the form come through,
Oh, okay.
but so let me know if
Yeah, we haven't gotten it.
but I don't see anything. So I guess
Is it?
it might be loading still, uploading.
It hasn't uploaded yet. No.
So I could also take this moment to give a little demonstration of
Of how to do it.
of how to do it.
Share your screen.
So let me just share my screen. All right, so here's our website, minutemovies.com. And you come here and we've got a submit button right here. Then this will take you to our submission form. So we've got your Minute Movie submission, type in your name, your email address, film title, and then this is where the upload film button is. And it's a little bit, I couldn't make it more obvious because of the settings of the form that I used. But when you click on it, it will open up in a new tab, this box, and then you can add your file here from your film. And then that will put it into this folder for me in Dropbox. And then, so when you've uploaded your film there, then you go back and don't close this tab until it's like finished uploading. And then you go back here and you can finish filling out this form and then submit it. So that is how you submit the film. And so then what we do is we use the film file itself from Dropbox to do the screening because streaming from, there's just more chance for errors when we try to like stream from YouTube or do it another way. So this has so far been.
We used to do it from YouTube and it was all glitchy and it would hang up and.
This has so far been the smoothest, technologically speaking, way for us to do it. Gene, it looks like you've got 14 minutes left of your film. If you want to present it next time, I'm happy to have a couple films from Contrast screen at January's screening. And is it Arnie? Arnie? If you also can get your film uploaded, then we can play those 2 Contrast films at the next screening, and then play the other films from January, whatever the theme may be.
It's pretty wild. It doesn't, when I download the films, it usually takes like a couple minutes, or, you know, it doesn't take long.
Upload times and download times on Wi-Fi can be very different. Well, they're both uploading. Okay.
Okay.
Well.
So.
Got any good jokes?
Did I do some card tricks? I saw this crazy. I heard about this crazy card trick, and it works some of the time, not all the time. But I don't understand it. So, you can try it. Do you want me to do a card trick?
Is that your magician's hat that you put on?
It's turned from Scrooge to magician's hat. It's multifunctional. Yeah. So anyway, you take a deck and shuffle it, and I'll shuffle it. Okay. You take the top third, about the top third of the deck, and then you take learn that card, eight of clubs. Okay. Now pick a card, any card, like from like. Tell me a card, your favorite card from the deck.
The 5 of spades.
5 of spades. So what you do is you take the deck, and see, it's better. I don't have a big enough. Okay. So you spell out 5 of spades. FIVEOFSPADES. Then you take this and put it on top. FIVOFSPADES. Put this on top. Do it one more time. FIVEOFSPADES. And I'm pretty sure this card should be the 8 of clubs.
Look at that.
What the heck? Like I said, it doesn't work all the time. There's certain, I don't know, it was weird, mysteries of math.
Wow. Well, we've got 80%.
Oh, woo, yeah.
And a 34%. All right, we're getting there. Guess I should send both of you the link here.
Send them the link. So you guys are going to get a link in your email to jump backstage on StreamYard, and then so we can see your pretty face and we can talk to you about your films and other random stuff.
Other random stuff.
So, let's see. What do we got? Okay. Refresh. Okay, I got. Ernest's film. I'm going to download your film. LOTR, Lord of the Rings, huh? Okay.
Oh, Gene's didn't work. Peter asked, do you always keep a deck of cards by your computer for emergencies? When you have to do emergency card tricks.
Okay. I'm just kind of working. I'm almost there with.
Right, so I sent an email that has the link to Backstage there.
And we're just gonna trust. Well, it's 28 seconds. Okay.
Short and sweet.
Short and sweet.
And just make sure that the directions say to close YouTube, but at the very least mute YouTube, because there's a weird delay and we'll get
Echoing.
an echo.
Echo. Yeah, so we got Arnie's film right queued up, ready to go. And let's see. Still waiting on Gene's film. Cool. I wonder if I no idea what it is, but let's see.
Well, so Arnie, when you get the email with the link, feel free to hop backstage and we'll chat with you for a bit before we watch your film.
This is just I guess the rule that we have is keeping it family friendly.
Yes. We don't know who else is watching these live streams.
So yeah, I don't know any more card tricks. Thank goodness. Uh-oh. City.
Yes, let me
deleted it.
oops, resend it. And I just have to copy your email again.
Okay. So exciting, you know. Real time.
Real time. And sorry I missed your initial form submission. Somehow, even though I have the CAPTCHA, I still get spam messages through some of my website forms, and I don't know how they get through the CAPTCHA, but they do. And so sometimes I miss things. I have to scroll through all of the spam. Well, do you have any good jokes? Nope, you're muted.
Shoot, I just heard a joke. Let's see.
Got the email. So there's a link in that email that will take you backstage. It's where it says link to join. If you click that, then it will pop you backstage here and I'll be able to add you to the live stream.
So you want bad jokes?
You are a dad.
Yeah. So I was talking to your sister and she said, what has an F, starts with an F and ends with a K? I said, no, it doesn't.
Took me a while. Towards the bottom of the email, it says link to join, and that's where you should click. The guest instructions are from StreamYard with, other info to know. I actually haven't read them. Maybe I did when we first started using StreamYard. But I think part of the problem here too is that there is a delay. So I say something and then there's a 10-second delay or so until you hear it, and then you can. Yeah, so if your browser doesn't support, you need to use Chrome works the best, or I think Safari also works well.
So have you eaten? When's the last time you had a pizza?
A pizza?
Yeah, I could tell jokes about pizza, but they're too cheesy, so I won't.
Coming in strong.
Coming in strong, huh? Yeah.
Oh, it actually does not support Safari. So Chrome, Edge, Firefox, or Opera.
Oh, Safari. Shoot.
And then, here it says you can use it from the Safari browser. So it doesn't work. Well, hopefully next time you submit a film, it will go smoother. So if there's anything that you want to say about your film, you can type it in the chat box and we'll pop it up. But maybe we could go ahead and watch it, and you can type something about what your film is.
So we can't get backstage?
No, it doesn't seem like it's working. And I thought Safari would work, but maybe, I don't know. It does say on an iOS device you can use the Safari browser, so maybe it's just desktop. Well, are you ready? You have the film queued up, right?
Yeah.
All right, then let's watch it. Here we go. It's an intro about an LOTR Lord of the Rings documentary that I plan to make. I saved the credits for the very end of the main video. Alrighty. Let's watch it. Some pretty awesome effects you have in there.
Oh,
Did
there's a
you,
lot
how
of
did you,
contrast.
yeah. How did you do what did you, I guess, use to do the effects?
Yeah, that was pretty intense.
Yeah. And here's where that delay is gonna come in, because now we ask a question and twiddle our thumbs for a minute while we wait for a response.
Yeah, that's too bad I couldn't get him backstage.
Yeah.
Let's see.
Yeah, hopefully, yeah, like I said, next time if you're able to download Chrome or one of the other browsers, or if you have an iPad or an iPhone, there's also a StreamYard app.
Hmm.
And I own zero Apple products, so I am of no help when it comes to questions about Apple.
Yeah.
Oh, and then Jeans won't upload.
Upload. Dang it. That's too bad. I wonder why. That's strange, isn't it? It's Dropbox. It should upload it.
Yeah. Then, so an online membership with Envato Elements. They license you the rights to any creator's work you can legally use for film editing, your YouTube vlogs. Okay. So, were the effects ones that you found, I guess, found on Envato Elements, and then you edited them together for YouTube? Cool. That's a cool, I guess, service to use for YouTube creators.
Huh.
To license work from other people.
Huh. So Envato, so do individuals then allow their work to be incorporated into other people's works, and you go to Envato and then you can mash them up? Huh. That sounds cool. So is Envato Elements, is that like its own like website? Or do you download clips and edit it in your own editing software like Premiere or
So I just went to the Envato Elements website, and it looks like it's kind of like Pixabay or one of those other ones where people upload templates. Looks like there's videos, graphics, presentations, photos, music, WordPress, like website themes, fonts. And then you pay a monthly subscription and you can license, download creative assets to use in your things.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. Seems great.
Huh.
Learned something new.
Yeah, right on.
Cool. Well, if you have more, if you're working on your Lord of the Rings documentary and have more clips from it that you want to share, feel free to submit more, or if you have other video projects. And then hopefully we can get you on screen next time. It's too bad we weren't able to talk to you.
Yeah. So Gene, you said here's the link, but I didn't see the link. Is it on like YouTube or something? Your contrast slideshow. Did he get the backstage pass?
So he did get the backstage pass. Oh, I wonder if the settings are that people.
It's right below. I don't see it. How am I missing it?
Huh. I wonder if the comment settings are so that people can't share links.
Oh. Okay.
I don't know how to change that.
I
I don't know if I want to change that because we've actually had spam bots come in and leave a lot of messages on some of our screenings sometimes. But I don't know how to change it right now. Sorry.
How about you could email it to Sarah.
I do have an email link, or if the link was in the submission form. Oh, it's just to Gene's channel.
A valiant effort. We can still do it.
Next time. All right. Shall we watch these 3 minutes now that it's been an hour?
Now that it's been an hour.
Our short and sweet screening. Welcome to some of our technical difficulties. We've had way fewer technical difficulties lately than we usually do.
Right?
But
so Gene, do you have Sarah's email? Just respond to the just reply to the email she just sent you with the link, and then you can just stream it.
I think I found it. When I sent links, could you click on them in the comments?
Yeah, I think so. In the comments? I think you can send them.
Because if I can send them,
Oh.
is
No,
that
you can't.
clickable?
No, I can't click it. No. I can copy and paste it though.
Okay. Well, you can all copy and paste that.
What's that? Is that it? Is that the link?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I found it on Gene's page,
Okay.
his channel.
Let me see. Let me get it.
All right.
Let's see. Okay.
Are we gonna try it and see if it works?
Yeah. You want to bring Gene on?
It's not
Is he
backstage.
backstage?
No.
Why aren't you backstage, Gene? Jeez. Just get backstage and just like hang out backstage. It's all queued up.
He said because I'm chatting over here. All right.
Well, click the link and jump over to StreamYard. Over here.
Let's just watch it and
Let's just watch it. Maybe he'll.
let's just watch it.
Okay, we'll just watch.
Here we go.
Hmm.
All right. Jean's here. I'm going to add you in. Hello.
Oh, that's English is just enough from the beginning. Just hang on. There we go. Thank you for that. By the way, a late submission, an excruciatingly late submission. So that's part of a series I have called Juxtapose, where you have those terms and those expressions and things that people say, and I literally make it. I have one called Filthy Rich. So it's a guy who's dressed up like he's super rich, but he's cleaning the house. I have another one called Film Noir, where the guy's he looks like a hard-boiled detective, but he's got a Super 8 video movie camera instead of a gun. So it's Film Noir, and I've got a bunch of those in mind. Face the Music is another one that I'm working on, where I'm going to have instead of superimposing a musical instrument over somebody's face, for example, or like in your teeth, I'll put maybe piano keys or something like that.
Playing with words and meaning, and yeah. That's kind of, it's in a sense what we do with the Minute Movies concept and themes. We hope that people interpret the words in various ways and give us new perspective on our language. Yeah.
Well, thank you for accommodating my late submission.
Sure.
Yeah.
So she was a pretty model. Was that somebody you know? And
Oh yeah, I've known her for a while.
yeah.
She got married and went to England, so I haven't
Oh.
seen her in a couple of years. But used to hang out here in Seattle back in the olden days.
When did you make that film?
I don't know. What does it say? 6 years ago? Hang on, let me look over here.
Yeah. 6
Long
years ago.
6 years ago, yeah. So quite a while ago. In fact, I just made the Film Noir one just last month, actually. So I'm still working on it. I think I'm up to volume 6 now. So
Cool.
Huh.
Just like
Okay.
chugging along at it.
yes, I like taking pictures, So, but there's no plot. It was just a slideshow, and I wasn't going to submit it because I seem to remember the rules where it had to be made specifically for.
No, that's actually not the rules. We let people submit things that are
Yeah.
Whoa.
It might be in the rules. I think one
Is
of
it?
the rules does have something about the
Oh,
credits.
does it say that? Okay.
It has to be said made specifically for
Yeah.
and that wasn't.
Yeah, okay.
I don't
With
even
Brett.
3-minute movie 6 years ago. Maybe you were. I don't know.
Yeah,
We've been doing minute movies for almost 10 years now.
Wow.
I know, right?
Yeah.
Is this in the real world, or is it just going to be online from now on? I don't know.
We're
Where's
oh,
the?
yeah, 'cause- well, so I moved to the Midwest, so I'm in Wisconsin now.
Okay, there's that.
So there's that.
There's that.
And then, yeah, so trying to figure out how we can do a balance of either in person or hybrid or just keep it remote
Mm-hmm.
and all online. But we do want to do an in-person screening for the 10-year anniversary for sure in March.
Yeah, we'd like to
Oh,
do that.
March. Okay, good to know.
Yeah, so March is our 10-year anniversary screening, and we're gonna try to be in person.
Coming right up.
So it's coming right up. We got to figure out all the details.
I can't make it to Wisconsin. I can get as far as Minnesota, but that's about it.
So Sarah will be here in Seattle
So there you go.
Yeah.
in March.
I'm still here in Seattle. Stuart, you still here in Seattle?
I'm in
All right,
Seattle.
Seattle-ish. Like, you're in Issaquah or someplace like that. Where the hell are you?
I'm living in West Seattle now.
You're kidding me. We're in West Seattle.
Admiral?
That was you.
What do you mean that was me?
Oh, I live in West Seattle too.
Yeah.
I live over here by. Well, we'll talk about it later. Nobody cares. So, but that was my submission. Thank you again for accommodating me.
Cool. And thanks for showing up and
Always.
participating.
Yeah.
Good to see you again.
Good to see you too.
Been a little while. Okay.
Yeah.
Arnie's up in Everett. Cool. So
Yeah, I think most people are kind of around the Seattle area.
yeah, but it's still, even for people that live near here, it's still kind of spread out a bit, So it's a commitment to, like Peter, he's on Dash, so he's close by, but it's a trek.
Yeah. There's a couple folks on the peninsula, I think, and
But I was approached by, Laura. Anyway, and she's like, yeah, if you guys go like live again, we'll definitely show up, some old schoolers. People want to get back together again. And,
yeah.
in the theater, on the big screen.
Yeah, it's a question that we've had before for sure, and it's just hard to. How do we take this and make it still accessible to those of us who live halfway across the country now?
Yeah.
So, yeah, if anyone is watching and has any great ideas, feel free to share.
Cool.
I think you all have my email address.
All righty.
All right.
Cool.
Well, thanks again.
Yeah. Thank
Thanks
you, Gene.
so much, Gene.
See you next time.
See you.
Yeah. Oop. All right. Should we watch them all again?
Yes. We should watch them all again.
Here we go. It'll go quicker this time.
And then it'll be a little, I'll try to, little awkward switching over to YouTube on the last one, but
But the
Queued up.
YouTube streaming worked better than I was expecting, so that's good.
yeah,
Well, here we go.
here we go.
Around forever. In fact, it started in April 1860 and was done and bankrupt by October 1861. mostly because of the telegraph. If you travel the old Pony Express routes today, you can find station ruins in various states of deconstruction. From one perspective, it's a faded bit of history. From another, it's a stark relic from places unknown. But now, if you go out to Sand Springs, Nevada, one is more likely to bring along vehicles that spin sand and burn fuel, all because you can, while ignoring the fact that just a mile away, men on horses used to pass through carrying messages and dreams from one side of the country to another. It's quite the contrast.
Thanks for joining us this morning. I'm Jimmy Buktansky. On today's Tech Beat, sponsored by Contrast Retirement Fund, buckle up for a ride with a driverless taxi. We'll take you there. Over to you, Rohit.
Thank you, Jimmy. Here in Metro Phoenix, we're going to catch a ride with Waymo's Robotaxi. As you can see, there's no driver.
Proceeding on North Scottsdale Road.
And destination is Trader Joe's. So now the car is pulling away. I felt comfortable and safe. Waymo is operating in parts of Arizona and California. Back to you, Jimmy.
You bet, Rohit. That's exciting. At least you won't be tipping as much. Tomorrow on News 9, influenza rising. Will masking alone in your car still be necessary? The latest from unelected health officials. That's that.
Yay.
Yay.
We muddled our way through another Minute Movies screening.
We did. We did.
I thought it was just going to be like a 3-minute, like.
No, I thought we would be done early, and here we are.
Here we are.
Saw
I
a
know,
couple
Pete-
awesome Minute Movies.
Peter just had story after story after story. It's all Peter's fault.
All Peter's fault.
Yeah, no, it's awesome. We it's bought time to share some other creative works from other Minute Movie artists.
Yeah.
Yeah. Cool deal. So are we ready for the theme of the new year?
Yeah. I'm ready.
With my trusty skateboard.
Trusty skateboard.
Ballard. Here we go.
Such a good spin. Order.
That's what we need.
Order.
That's what we need. Order. I don't know what I'm going to do with that one. I don't have any order in my life.
We need order.
Order. Order pizza.
We need to order some pizza.
See, Jimmy could have used that one in his last. He's order a driverless Uber.
Order a driverless Uber.
Yeah.
Driverless cab.
Yeah. Sweet. Right. Begin the new year with order.
My resolution is to begin the new year with order.
So I have to put chaos to replace order. On the
Order drinks. All
Order
right.
drinks. Yeah.
We'll see what order you all submit your films in next time.
Yeah.
New World Order.
First come, first serve, or should we mix it up and have a different order? Random
Ooh.
order.
Well, it is fairly random when it's first come, first served.
Well, Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
Happy holidays.
Happy
and all.
holidays. See you next time.